Shawn C back in here again with the Nike tee. I know that rhyme, but I'm not a rapper. I'm not a liar, I just start fires to slash your tires to start my empire. That's not a rhyme though, so don't quote me though. I'm really not a rapper. Mistake Satan for a Baphomet, but I'm not a prophet. I'm just here to look at the situation at hand. ISSA and AK need to check their demeanor because I'm about to start drinking this Aquafina. Again, I'm not a rapper, that's not a rhyme, don't take me seriously. I'm here to start my review. I'm giving you my opinions, my first thoughts, my first reaction, my initial thoughts to this album. Again, I'm just talking too much. Don't X me out like my name was Malcolm. In all seriousness, we're about to get this review started. No, I'm not high, but I'm not a rapper. Last time I listened to the Underachievers project was, I believe back in November. I listened to the Art of Duality. That was a great project. I'm still listening to it to this day. And I'm really excited to hear what they have next. I wasn't expecting anything new. I still need to listen to the project they had before that, so a reaction or a review to that one is coming not too long after this one, hopefully. I got a lot of projects that I wanted to cover and a lot of music discussion videos that I wanted to get up, so it may or may not be within the next month. But are y'all ready? I've been waiting for this for a minute. I really am excited. I really am. Low-key, high-key, low-key. Just get right into it, right? Just hop right in. Hop right in. Let's go. Let's get it. Track number 1, In My Zone. In My Zone.
The teachers you can depend upon another day is the leadership that will explain. They give you
Water went down the wrong pipe. Almost thought I died. Hashtag bless. Hashtag bless.
no for America that's free and free.
Looking at God's plan. These niggas fragile, we step on beetles like no man. Move it, but I'm preaching fast. You know the devil's trap, they sit with the haikus that don't print. I refuse to stoop to losing myself, the fake will collapse. Just be me and with the grip up on my horse, blue slacks. I'm in it, open his laws, constant blowing just like an exhaust. Was a young boy, refused to condone stupid shit you niggas on. Ludicrous movements be gone. I niggas and no business come back with.
For those of you who don't know, Renaissance actually means rebirth or like a reawakening. So I feel like they're doing something within this album, and that's definitely a perfect track in my opinion to start it off, to kind of start off this reawakening or this rebirth that they're doing in the beginning of the project. Maybe I'm becoming a new person right now, or they're becoming a new rap group, rap duo, and they've decided at this point that they need to make a change, or you know, something needs to be different, or maybe they're talking from the perspective of rappers who think, okay, this whole situation in the industry and this whole situation in the world needs to change right now. We need to go through a renaissance. So far from what I'm getting, but that was a really nice first intro track. Track number 2, Eyes Wide Open. They got some really nice beats so far from what I can tell. Like really nice instrumentation, some nice production.
Second coming across without the nails of thorny crown to bring that funky shit that do your great react that I ain't like to just separate me away from the kid. My mental cognitive, you not hemispheres in my consciousness. These niggas chasing musical goals, but I'm chasing monuments. You never catch me out with these niggas, I'm on some other shit.
I really like where he's going with this. You know, again, it adds to my point about this being a reawakening, or there needs to be a change in the world right now. He's bringing up a lot of good points about people trying to find knowledge when it's actually right in front of you, protecting the world that we live in rather than continuously building on top of it. Even mentioning that he's not going to follow or be with or hang around any of these other rappers because clearly they have different goals. It adds to the point, and I really like this. And the cover art actually helps too, because from what I can see, they're the heroes that are coming down to make this change or to spark the idea in the minds of the people who are going to end up making the change. I mean, everything else is opposite. We got the Eiffel Tower being chopped down, and I'm assuming that might be in reference to the terrorist attack that happened in France. We got the Statue of Liberty. We got pretty much Hollywood police shooting at them, and they seem to be the heroes. So I'm looking at the cover art, I really like this.
Same nigga get out to you, assassinate your character. That's why we focus on stack cannabis. Nigga, watch your back.
Oh man, I love that, man. They're scared to put in work. They're scared to put in the time and the effort and everything it takes to become successful, but they want it so bad. Oh, that hit my soul! Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that track a lot. We got track number 3, St. Paul featuring Mello.
Mama always told me be careful with who you trust. Now they been imitating, I ain't hitting, get your paper, but the best only to say this. Yeah, I turn the cannibal, beware. We live in laws with the beamer or the bed.
I feel for thee, living so casually. It's so far.
These vocals are perfect right now.
In the core like door, talk to millions, Kelly Kapoor, underrated and flavors working together to make the recipe. That's how you blend the culture. See me chasing bread, but I'm keeping my heart kosher. Walk the penny loafers now.
Oh, wait. I was about to pause for another bar, but he just said that. This is what I mean when I say you can rap about things that are meant to bring people together and not keep it so surface level. He mentions the recipe. It's the same concept for mixing the cultures and getting people to understand one another.
We looking at the same watch, nigga, I remain hot. Whether cold there is in
Said the dudes that he knows are running from the town, but they looking at the same watch. And I think what he means by that is when you are surrounded by people who always, and I don't like these people, they think that the problem is their area when the problem starts up here. Just because you leave the area you're in, you know, like a lot of people think, oh man, you know, let's say you're in a really bad neighborhood. If you live in the hood, right? A lot of people think the key to success in life is to just get out of that neighborhood, but you still have that mentality, you still have that same thought process, and that's what's gonna keep you held back. You have the same time, you have the same opportunities as other people. Whether or not you work for them is your choice. Not saying it can't be harder on you, but you still have that ability. You can still do the same thing. If you are successful, if you are a successful person, it doesn't matter where you are, you will be successful. Whether you say, oh man, the problem's Atlanta and I need to move to New York, or the problem's Detroit and I need to move to Cali. Like, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're gonna be successful, it's gonna happen no matter what. You got the same time as everybody else. I really love Mello's vocals on there. They came in at the perfect point, and it wasn't too long. It wasn't long enough for in my opinion, for it to be like a classified hook. But I would say it was a good lead-in for him to come in with his feature. I thought that was nice. Track number 4, Gotham Nights.
In this cold world, ain't no
I don't know.
Just like a pole, equal with the faster growth. They living like animals, but masters don't bang windows. I'm focused on packing the shows and building infinite capital.
You hear the keys change?
So I keep my eyes open and guard the circle of winners.
Oh yeah.
Utmost, only pray when pain is up close. That be my generation, ain't no patience, this is the smoke.
Oh, that right there. I only pray when pain is up close. Oh man, why is that me? I love what he had to say for that track. For me, that hit home right there. I only pray when pain is up close. That is beautiful. The keys keep changing right now, and the bass.
I'm a Gemini, I come back twice. I'm just like Christ. My conscience took a one-night trip. I bring you life.
I'm a Gemini, I come back twice. I'm just like Christ. Okay. We need to chill, okay? Calm down. It's not that serious. Don't need to kill me right now. That track kind of reaffirms the point that I was talking about in the previous track. I think it was where I was saying that you don't need to leave your area. You're already equipped with all the tools for success. Whether or not you use them is dependent upon your action. Track number 5, Crescendo. If I said it wrong, I'm not stupid. They're trying to mess with me. That's all. It's not my fault. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna really like this one.
I let the bass drop, hit that nigga.
Whoa. Wait. Who is that on production? Hold up a minute.
I let the bass.
You got Ronnie J on production, boy. Whoa! It's too much bass! Here's the banger! Oh! No, it's too much bars! It's too much bars! It's too many bars! It's too many bars! This man said, I'm addicted to the green, I'm on a strictly veggie diet. He compares Pac and Jay as heavens colliding. What's wrong with you? Why are you trying to kill me? Oh my god. This is what happens when you go even further beyond. I don't really have anything to say. Ronnie J is a completely underrated producer. The bass in that song is crazy enough to make your heart stop, and lyrically they were still there. You can have a banger of a beat and still, you know, maintain your lyrics. Make sure your message is still cohesive, not all over the place just because you wanted somebody to get hyped. Track number 6, Super Potent.
Oh, this is not that cold, bro. Came up from Corollas, need a look as we scroll.
I like this.
Keep the pack with me, I got my weed that I'm a stoner. OG with the cookie, but we mixing then Coronas.
Oh! Yo, look at this flow!
Nigga, you cannot control us. Keep my papers and a lighter on me. Hold up. They wanna connect us like it when he need to loan up. High as fuck, I loan
That's my favorite track, okay? Not only was the production extremely heavy, we get them basically saying that we're weed heads, you know, they're stoners, they like weed, they like smoking. But the thing in there that I thought was hilarious, and one bar I really like to mention, is when there's clear mention of everybody think they know me, but nobody see me sober. It's as if he's trying to say at one point that he's smoking so much as even more of a defense mechanism so that he never exposes his real mindset to anybody. Now, I know a lot of people think that when you smoke and when you drink, your mind is automatically spilled out to anybody who's listening. But a lot of people work in the opposite way, whereas the weed kind of helps them to maintain this shield or maintain this extra layer of skin, something that they could kind of defend against. There's also another clear mention in there made where somebody's like, oh man, what's the holdup? You about to pay for this or not? Like, what are you about to do? I love how on that track they both explore flow changes. They both speed up their delivery, they speed up their flow at one point, and they slow it down, and it actually matches perfectly with the track. And I don't know at one point if it's after the hook that there's a horn that gets introduced. There's another instrument in there, and I just don't know what it is. Track number 7, How We Roll.
Get shot but no aim, he feel like Penny Hardaway. Signing checks with order and no shape. Vintage lenses, gold frame, pimping like it's so plain. Smell like we with no shame.
What does he sound like right now?
Any bubbles in my cup, stack the bread and count it up. Nigga, that's the way.
And don't let them define you. I just roll the coral, I don't quarrel unless you think the path.
That's the way.
I love his hook right now. That is the greatest hook ever. I love that hook. Track number 8, Kiss the Sky. Okay, never mind.
Go to the streets for silence, raise the frequency and boost the esteem. So raise up your guns, be a wolf. Let's go, the gang is in attack, defense is low. Started from the back, now we close to getting hot. Oh, my head is blocked. Kiss the sky.
I knew he was gonna do that with my head. Oh!
Niggas getting
elite when we bang, you retreat. I deliver all the scriptures that your brain really needs. To my niggas spinning ether till I pierce, till I'm no longer in hell. I gotta get hot. Oh, my head is blocked. Kiss the sky. Niggas getting hot.
I thought I liked the last hook, but this one's even better.
Oh, my code, I just run like Bill Bellamy, not yet too old. Nigga feeling lucky, my dust old. I was born to live in medicine, reap what I sow. See the water start high.
That instrument right there, that peak. That peak. Nah, I don't mind people mentioning Trump. Just don't harp on it. He mentioned him, he let it go. He didn't need to go on for like 12 more tracks about it.
For the living God for you today, I remember back when a nigga song was a hit.
Okay, so that track was amazing. The flow, and they even mentioned it in the song, the flow is just insane. Never have I just seen somebody or some people be so comfortable switching their flow at so easy of a demand. Like, I'm the type of person when I'm listening to music, when I'm hearing it, I want people and the artist to give me something extra. I don't want them to stick with one sound for the entire track. Surprise me in some way, and they keep doing it. Track number 9, Phoenix Feathers.
And I fed this journey endless, still a blessing, plus my essence, luminescence. The members spread the court, you spread the witness in the court.
Oh, spread the witness in court. Like, spread them.
Oh, I bring me by default, they say we dangerous in my heart, I know it's hatred. I created, had to look into the mirror, be the chick that we've been chasing, rearrange. I stayed thinking, no more waiting, we gon' take the night later. Gotta use the power to exotic.
You could rise up like Phoenix Feathers. We be protected.
Exactly.
Never copy these niggas be tracing. Well, this basic arithmetic.
This is what I want to hear. What they're saying is you can't do anything about the hate, so stop harping on it. What good does it do you to focus on what somebody else is doing wrong to you when that isn't the thing that's going to hold you back forever? If I'm experiencing racial injustice, and especially how it is in the justice system, and how it is with the police officers, how long am I going to keep staring at them before I say, you know what? How long do you keep staring at your nemesis, your hater, before you say, you know what? They're not the only ones that need to make a change here. That's why they're saying in this song, you can rise above. You can be above all of this. You can spread your wings. You can go to a higher place. You don't need to be eye to eye with somebody that's beneath you. And as a culture, people need to understand that. Especially black people, you need to be above and beyond. If you have to work 10 times harder, then that's just what you have to do. I would like to say that goes for anybody, but I know not everybody suffers the same racial injustice. But rather than continuously blame the adversaries, what they're doing in this track is letting you know you can still be above it, even if you find it to be hopeless. Track number 10, Any Day. Before you kill me, you didn't give me a chance to say my prayers.
I could take you niggas any day, cause it's stormy weather for you featherweight.
Ronnie J doing it again.
My nigga, I'm living dreams, I'm feeling lucid, my spirit is living freely like a Buddhist. My haters still got the toolie home improvement, this nigga, we something
Oh! Yo, I cannot skip past this. I'm so mesmerized by the beat, but I'm still not missing a lot of these bars. This dude just said my spirit free like a Buddhist. I got the toolie like home improvement. Come on, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Don't make me expose you. Hold up, I just started. Did he just say like Newton? Did he just say like Newton? Give me brain like Newton. Yo, this isn't fair. Oh my god! Beehive! I just caught the bar about Houdini. Like Houdini, I can't be tamed. I just caught that. I'm still recovering from the Newton line. Boy! Oh, my eye. Oh, God. Okay. I'm not crying, but I want to. Just drop the bass. Drop it on me. Oh, drop it.
Scratching the cereal, can I trace? Got a Spanish and white chick, I'm never racist. We gon' start on the next niggas, mind impatient, but I live for the love, cause the time is wasted. Hollow the tip of the leg.
Look at him switching up the flow. I take back what I said. That's my favorite track. I don't care. Bars, flow. Flow, first of all, I'm not even gonna walk off camera. First of all, Flow's been there this entire album, so don't talk to me about flows. I know about flows. They got flows. They have the lyrical bangers, and they're so cohesive that at some point it's like they're one person, but they're rapping in a different tone of voice. Sometimes it's like they're that cohesive. They work that well together. Track number 11, Different Worlds.
Made his weapon drop. I walked away and told him that his neck would be a better shot. Man, rub my hands together laughing cause they never get us and they kill another president. Cause watching Donald Trump feel like an episode of wrestling. Yeah, I know Michael Jackson grip a pussy, me walking with the thriller.
Oh! Look at the production. Pay attention to the production.
Mumble rappers can't compete, my pen and depend on me. Killing pain no rally when I break. OG pays me like some sand in the way. My leather soft, I feel like Wayne, like Laura Croft, no empty
I can't right now, man. Like, it just keeps getting better. And I get for the point, you know, the reason for that track is to let people know that think that they're the same, that we live in totally different worlds. We're not the same at all. They're hitting me again with the amazing production, the flow switch ups. It's just all there, man. So far, it's been all there. Track number 12, Break the System, featuring Mello again.
break out the prison. Mentally speaking, my nigga thankful I found the rhythm. Now I clearly see the stakes when you organize your law. So I'm a
I love what he just said right there. You can clearly see the sticks when you organize your lawn. When you take care of your problems and you get yourself in check, then you'll be able to see what actually happens. You'll be able to see the lies and the truth. You'll be able to see what needs to be fixed. I love that line.
Could have been the barber, but the hustlers on the corners with the Benzes looking sharp. And the last class told his friends to watch the glow up. What a fool. Victim to having no role model. Told him 80-20 split and he took it with no problem. Even handed him a unit by his bed. Further in the story and he's sitting in the jail. And the death trap and the system what created time to change.
I really love that track too, because message-wise, they're just hitting me with too much. This is how you break the system, essentially, is to go against everything that is, you know, tempting. Every temptation you have, in order to break the system, unfortunately, you got to go against it. I love how in this track, he's actually telling the story of someone who is lacking education. They're lacking, you know, the right and the proper guidance. And they're going to making the same decisions that their ancestors, their fathers, you know, people who are in their family, they're making the same mistakes that they made because they don't have that guidance, they don't have that leadership, they don't have that role model. You know, this kid is lacking so much in structure that he takes an 80-20 split, follows a couple rules, a couple guidelines, and ends up getting somebody else killed really soon. It ends up back in jail with his father, ends up in jail with his father. But he had a talent for cutting hair. That's how easy it is. You can easily, like, somebody who's so talented or somebody who has a skill, that can all just completely change if the wrong decision is made. And the way to break that cycle in that system is to kind of go against those temptations. Even if you don't have a role model, it's unfortunate, but that's why I like when we have artists like this who are willing to talk about things like this, because I feel like it's necessary. I feel like if they don't, nobody else will. We don't hear this on the radio, so how are they supposed to gain access to it? You know what I mean? Another thing that I actually liked that he said too was that I know everything's not racist, but the hood is like a lion's den. You know, like nobody cares about what goes on in, you know, in the dirt. The hood is pretty much the dirt. That's the worst place to be in when you're trying to grow up and develop a mindset for yourself. You don't want to be in that environment. And just because there are people who aren't racist, that doesn't mean that just because you aren't racist doesn't mean that you're helping the problem just by not being racist. To actually understand the situations and the problems that go on in those areas, that's when you're helping, because you're gaining knowledge. You're becoming a little bit more informed on situations that you yourself didn't grow up in. Me personally, I understand what they're talking about. And you do have to make a conscious decision and a conscious effort at times to go against, you know, some of the things that are kind of in your face. But that is the way to break the system, and I love that track. One of my favorites. Track number 13, Cobra Clutch. Almost thought to say Cobra Kai. I heal they soul like Dende.
Soon enough, get the Cobra Clutch, my career up, used to hire me. Color to the blues clue, elevated, but I'm with the person, right amount of season.
This dark production, I love it. I can't see. Oh, Jesus! This is insane right now. Track number 14, Final Destination.
Step through looking sinister, she blessed me like the minister. Go round, bend the check up on the set, I think we blew like 50 pounds. Brought the bag, give me the smash up. Smoking till she pass out, she sipping to the last drop. People see me walking with a legit, I'm the man of niggas on my can, cause you damn right. Grip a cloud of pressure, loaded clip of 60 shots. Smoking till she pass out, she sipping to the last.
Oh, this production right here, man. Track is essentially about you not being at my final destination because you fronted on me my entire career. When I was on the come up, when I was on the rise, where was you at? Where your ass was at? Exactly, you was nowhere. Now you want to be all up on me? No, not today. Not today. And the final track we got on here, Head Right. Track number 15, let's go.
If your life's a roller coaster, ride that shit out, never sober. Got the trap, hit the beta, caught the pack. Laughing at the message that you sent, like baby, call me back. Who to talk to? Say which nigga got a problem, stop taking no hesitation. Dope inside a penthouse, came a long way from the basement. Nigga got up off the thinking what you blowing, look deflated. Get your head right, nigga, get your head right. Say get your head right. Say get your head right. I'm pull my life off for these bands.
This bass is ridiculous.
My niggas high caliber, couple of savages.
And here comes the flow.
Niggas be actors, but not with the action. That's my time. You niggas hold your breath, put the best on your body, but I'm shooting heads. Don't show me luck, cause they can't go. And you niggas is green, chewing you up, and I'm messing my team.
So I know I'm not getting any sleep tonight because this is all I'm going to be listening to. So that was the Underachievers Renaissance Project. Brand new album, I'm pretty sure. Did I enjoy this more than the Art of Duality? I don't know. I think it's comparable. I think it's up there with it. I definitely think that a lot of the tracks on this album carry more of what I wanted. I feel like with a lot of artists, and the Underachievers excluded from this, I feel like a lot of them tend to take away from the music aspect of their songs and focus too much on the message. And I get, you know, that's probably a strange thing to hear, but hear me out. When I say that you can have a message with your songs and still make your music a priority, meaning production, meaning lyrics, it doesn't have to be dry, surface level, and it's pretty boring. It doesn't have to be that way. The Underachievers is a group that is pretty much known for being a little bit more unorthodox, and they mention it time and time again within this album that they're not like the rest and they do things different. They kind of keep to themselves, they maintain their distance, and I actually think that is an admirable trait, and you can hear it in their music because they make music that nobody else makes, at least of this generation right now. I don't see it anywhere else but from the Underachievers. I might be able to get a similar sound from somebody like Flatbush Zombies or a group like Flatbush Zombies, but other than that, there's nobody really doing it like this. The thing about this album that I think puts a bigger priority on the message that they're speaking about is because it's so much more accessible, and it still speaks to the same conflict that a lot of us have questions about and that a lot of other rappers tend to bring up in their songs but don't really do justice or give justice to because they don't know how to talk about it. their lyrics are either too weak for the subject matter, they don't delve deep enough within the subject matter to actually get something out of the ground for you to talk about and hold and be like, wow, this is a nice piece of material I'm holding here. Maybe I can actually decipher this. Maybe I have to give this more listens before I can fully interpret it. A lot of what they say is surface level, but with this I'm finding that they really can maintain that same cohesive effort of, we want to give you a message, but we also want to give you something good to listen to. And that's the biggest thing with this project for me, is just, it's so good to listen to. And then once you get over how good it sounds, you notice how great the bars are. You notice how much they switch their flow, how versatile they both are. You notice that they're not pretentious in the way they speak. Although they tend to tell you a lot of the solutions to the problems in the world right now, they don't speak as if they're at that level yet. They still maintain their human identity. They still let you know, okay, we aren't above you. You have the power to do the same thing we can, and we're letting you know that in these songs. There are slower tracks on this album, and I think those slower tracks are going to cater to a certain audience. The thing about the slower tracks are, they aren't a drag to listen to. If you had to listen to the entire album, I'm sure a lot of people may have their favorite songs out of the entire 15-track album, but I think for this to be 15 tracks, it was a joy to listen to. It did not feel like 48 minutes listening to this album. It really didn't. I wouldn't say the album is very moody. It doesn't take you out of any element, so if you're feeling a certain way before you listen to it, I don't think you're gonna feel that much different after you're done. I think if anything, you're just gonna be like, wow, this is some great music with a great message, and I can actually add this to my collection of good music. Another thing I wanted to come back to was the cover art. I think after listening to this project, the cover art has a lot to do with the subject matter within the tracks. It's, again, as I said, almost as if they are the superheroes that are going against everything that's wrong with the world. You see within the cover art that the Hollywood symbol has been uprooted. You see that the Eiffel Tower has been sliced. You see that the Statue of Liberty is actually to the side or something like that. Like, all the things that are supposed to be the way they are, at least as we see them, are turned upside down or changed in some way. And that adds to my point about the Renaissance. You know, this is supposed to be a change. This is supposed to be a rebirth. And I feel like they tackle that in a very cohesive way. They tend to touch on these subjects without dragging them on for too long, meaning they can grab a subject, talk about it for a little while, and then move on. They don't need to harp on it for the entire track. Like I said about Donald Trump, he was mentioned twice in this entire album, and he was just referenced. He wasn't even really mentioned like that. They just said his name. They're afraid for the country's future because he's in office. That's literally all they said, and they moved on. They kept it moving because they know that there are bigger fish to fry. They know that as their listeners, you can't do anything about someone like Donald Trump. What you can do is do something about you, because you are the future. There are going to be way more yous than there are Donald Trumps, okay? You have to be the change, and that's who they're catering to with this project. That's why I feel like it's so accessible. That's why I feel like the message hits home, or it will hit home for a lot of younger audience. And the track Break the System is perfect for a young audience. It's so inspirational and motivational at the same time, but it also tackles a real issue. Things can go wrong really quick, but you have to make the conscious effort to break the system. You have to be against it, and that's probably one of my favorite tracks on here message-wise. They work as if they're one person that's just continuously changing their tone of voice. I, in the beginning, would normally have a problem with a rap group. But the way they rap, it's like, you know, Super Saiyan Vegito? That's who they are pretty much. It's the same person they're just changing the tone of voice. They're fused. That's how I feel when I'm listening to this project. The features from Mello were well placed. Those are pretty much the only features, I'm pretty sure. Ronnie J on production for a couple of these bangers. Really love them. If you guys don't know, Ronnie J was on production for a lot of Denzel Curry tracks. He was also in production for some of X's new songs. So overall, I'm really glad to see someone like him on this production. I'm trying to think of a negative on this album, but I really can't. I would say if there is any negative, it would be only due to the listener. Based on the criteria that I have, and based on what they provide, I would say they met a lot of my thresholds. They met a lot of what I require out of a really good rap album. Subject matter, versatility, production, maintaining energy, not taking one subject and trying to stretch it out for 15 tracks. If you have an issue with this album, I think it'll mainly come down to your preferences. I don't think the issue lies with them so much as it will with people wanting to hear a certain thing or wanting to hear a certain sound. In my opinion, I think this might be one of their best pieces of work. Now, I will be honest, I haven't heard the Indigo or whatever album that one was called. Like I said, I plan on listening to it within the next month. Overall, I think I've really enjoyed this project, and I would give it a 9 out of 10. Is it an AK? You did a great job with this project. I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect it to be this good. I didn't expect it to be this grabbing and hold my attention the entire time. I should have known what you guys could come with the Art of Duality, but this one, I think I'm really going to like this. More listens, I think I'm going to uncover a little bit more too with this project. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you did enjoy the album, go ahead and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite Underachievers track is. Let me know what your favorite track from this album was, and if you did enjoy it as well. If you didn't, let me know. That's disappointing, but if you didn't, let me know why in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Oh my God, Ronnie J, I love you. Pause.